Okay. What's going on, everybody? Turn on this stuff. How's everybody doing? There's already been a lot of videos people have been posting, so I thought we could check out some of those before the show starts. We still got like at least 45 minutes till the show starts. Okay. There we go. Good to see everybody. My mic sound okay? Everybody stoked? Some stoked blokes? Generally hoping for a real good showcase today. It's just another batch of the same trailer shots. I'm gonna lose my mind. Good. Had no idea there were already videos going up. That's great. Mike sounds kino. All right. So I tagged a couple of these. Start at the bottom. And I'm not getting any. There we go. I used to work in audio visual. I'm fine. I love that armor. Everything definitely looks bigger. Like the landscape looks more open and enemies look taller. Bump it up to 4K. I can't really see 4K on my monitor. At least we can try to do 4K. So, tell me if the audio is okay, guys, on the video footage. You know, I was wondering, I'll turn it down a little bit. If I need to turn the game back up, let me know. Definitely feels more like the landscape feels more like traditional, I can't talk right now. Traditional Dragon's Dogma. Like it's just more, you know, more open air. I kind of started to realize that Dragon's Dogma 2 was like, land is so like staggered, you know, like mazy kind of. So far the bandits have been new. I think these guys are just bigger. The Saurians are just bigger versions, but I could be wrong about that. Of the electric ones. Audio's good. must be a different atmosphere of an organ. I'm like, I got 2 monitors. I'm not trying to read what y'all need. I'm quieter than the footage. Right. Mike's kind of far away, but there we go. That should be a little better. Been replaying the first game, and the second game is definitely more saturated and colorful. It's cool. See this gloomy area kind of break it up. Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Throb Goblin. Man, I don't know what's been going on with my internet lately. Paying for all this expensive ass internet. I love that armor. It's like a... I guess it's kind of similar to that kind of Greco-Roman stuff Theo was wearing. Sorry, my allergies are been bothering me the last couple of days. Might have to scratch my nose a couple times. So somebody was saying that the woolly ogre here has a new moveset. I think it was Arknight that was talking about that. Just broke 890 hours last night. Nice. I need to get a gym membership and stop walking outside. My allergies are too crazy. They both got the same sword, it looks like. That reminds me of swords from... I don't know, I'm not a big... I think that looks like something from the original Dark Arisen. That staff looks new. I think that's... I think we saw that in any of the pictures. I like the woolly ogre as a middle ground between a fully new enemy. I hope that's a big amount of new enemies. They said that there was. Maybe my maybe 4K is a bit much for my connection. Let me bump it down a little. I'll do a 4K analysis in the next video. I had 10 wake stones. That's crazy. So somebody said that you have to... This is the one thing I'm trying to figure out right now is... Sorry, my dogs are barking, by the way. Don't stream at 4K. I need to talk to the internet people because it's been weird lately. They tried to tell me that I was gonna have my internet was gonna bottleneck sometimes because my PC was old. I was like, what? Talking about? Back when I had Spectrum internet, it was a constant fight with them. Yeah, I'm so tired, man. Tired of fighting with people. Just like, I give you money and you do the thing. Can we just do that, please? Can we just? Okay, we got Brian in the north. I don't know why I thought there wasn't gonna be Brian. I really like the fashion. It's nice. Nice to see some new. Finally installing Google Fiber in my hometown. I can't wait. Yeah, that's... Comcast was like trying to charge us Like, it was like $160 just for internet, and I was like, boy. So we ended up getting AT&T because they did fiber in the area. I'm not trying to watch cable. I watched cable from the 80s, the 90s, and the double O's, and I was done after that. Probably watch more commercials than anything. This looks really cool. I don't think we've seen him yet. I mean, it looks just like a white version of him, but definitely looks taller. Do you have antlers or something? Or is this might be a mixture of the... I think he might have some of the gore features from the one that's usually in Back Patrol. How would you feel about them adding Mystic Knight skills to the fighter class, sort of a roundabout way of adding that style play for the fans? That's kind of what I'm hoping. I feel like whatever we see, we're not really going to see a lot, you know? I mean, that's expected to, right? But I feel like that, I feel like that would be a good middle ground route, you know? Like if you want your fighter to be more magic based, then you could have magic skills, right? And maybe some of those skills pulled from the Mystic Knight. Because we're seeing some Mystic Knight shields, I feel like, or they certainly look like they would belong to the Mystic Knight in some of the clips that we'll check out. But yeah, I think we're paying 90 to 80. I've got 2 Chihuahuas and a Aussie Doodle, so they're half Chihuahuas, but they're half Chihuahua, but they're full loud. So if y'all hear barking, that's them. Oh, he's got a mask. Oh, he's got like a little shoulder piece. That's cool. Huh. It looks like another illustrious Targ shield, like a Mercedes type of deal. Oh, that's a cool, cool. Like a little... They're making some very interesting choices with the fashion. I will give them credit for that. Some of it's going to be recycled, but they definitely, that's kind of what I was talking about. Sorry, I paused it for a second there, but that's kind of what I was talking about in the video is like, they have so many pieces already to work with. And the more I play, you know, Dragon's Dogma 2, the more I notice, you know, how much variation there is in like the NPCs in the towns. And, I saw a guy the other day that I thought was a pawn wearing something that, you know, we don't have. That we've talked about before, but it wasn't a pawn, it was just an NPC, and I was just like, it was weird. It was like a Back Batal soldier in Vernworth, which was really weird. Taco Bell dogs are great. We got a soft spot for you know, abandoned dogs, I guess. So the last 2 Chihuahuas we got are half Chihuahuas. You know, I guess that people just moved or whatever, and they just left their dogs roam the street. So we rescued one, and then a couple years later we found another one and rescued that one. Yeah, that's what I heard earlier. The full moon spin has like a double spin, and then I forget what it's called, the skyward slash, where you like you jump up and you slash down. It now has a slash up and then a slash on the way down. So that's kind of what I was hoping for with the combos and the skills, is that they would get boosts, or they would get more advanced versions, you know, kind of like we saw with the original. Very exciting, very exciting. This fight looks crazy. And this is just this is just like phase 1 apparently. Chopping his arms off. Apparently, he can chop his head off, and he still lives. One thing I hope DD2 has quick use item hotbar. That's what I wanted to talk about earlier. Well, not that. Oh, we saw the map. Oh, there's a mask. Can I go back real quick? Let's see that. Ooh. Oh, okay. So he's got. Man, I love that. I love that raggedy skirt look. That just the. I don't think that is. That's not. I thought that was. Oh, that's a combination of the two fighter legs sets that we can buy at Vernworth from the armorer. So it's a combination of the two basic leg sets, like the two iron sets or whatever. That's interesting to me. Is it? The lantern was over here. Am I wrong about that, or is it on this side? I guess it is on this side. This looks new. All this other stuff looks new, though. I could totally just sit here and watch. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try to look at all this stuff at length later, but whenever we make a video, man, I injured myself the other day. Ooh, I think he's. Keep seeing squirrel. Somebody was saying that that in order to access the 5th and 6th skill, you had to hold down 2 buttons at the same time, or you hold down L1 if you're on PlayStation, and to get the 5th skill you would press square and X at the same time, and then the 6th skill would be triangle and circle at the same time. I think that's what they said. Which I didn't know how I felt about that. That seems crazy to have to push 2 buttons at the same time. Black Knight Dragon has no limbs by phase 5. What if you like, it doesn't look like you can, but what if you could like take out his front and back legs and he just was like slithering around the room? Like, was it Jair Totus or whatever? The fight took longer than a normal battle in base game, and I also saw people saying the enemies are heavier put down. Yeah, that's what I noticed. Somebody was like, oh, they just have more health now in one of the videos I saw, or they were tankier, and I was just like, ah, shit. But I think everything will be better balanced. So the fight changes depending on like what limbs. Boy, I'm glad I watched this one first. I knew I... Okay, so that's that one. Let's see if... I like that set is really interesting. I know we talked about it before, but that white dragon robe. This thing reminds me of Elder Dragon from World. Yeah, that's... Oh, there's the bandit lady. Okay, what are you gonna get? Oh, we got some gear. Nice. So apparently they have markers. The enemies have markers over their heads. If they have, it might be like related to a skill or something for you to be able to see that, but there's something that can show you which enemies would have or drops or something. Had like orange eyes over their head or something. Cool robe. That's a new robe. All right, we're seeing the thing in the trailer. That's so funny. I did I did this in the that picture video I made, the animated picture video. They ran across the bridge, and then there was one of these guys. Yeah, there is. We're gonna watch that. I just wanted to look at this real quick. Let's switch to English. Let's do that. So later on, I will watch all this stuff and put together a nice big juicy video. First English one. GameSpot or Eric's was the first one I watched.
Dragon's Dogma 2 was an ambitious sequel to a beloved
so here's the town
from Capcom, and upon release in 2024 was largely received.
Apparently there's going to be quests in here, and oh, there's a house over there. I never noticed that before.
Feedback from dedicated fans.
There's got to be more than one of these, right? Or this probably is the hub. It just changes. It probably evolved over the development period.
As you can see in the gameplay, Dark Arisen takes the Arisen to Norgan, a snow-covered new area.
My feed is going to be all Dragon's Dogma 2. Great. Or Dark Arisen, I mean.
While fighting these
I'm okay with that.
Most of our playtime, since lengthy epic battles are a big part of the series, the objective we focused on was finding relics, a new item that needs to be found out in the world.
Got my
each relic
my Estus smoothie, my
new weapons, armor, other items.
Papaya, mango, ginger smoothie. Oh, there's the pet wolf.
A way to make discovering relics a little easier, and that is feeding a wolf companion.
There's more than one?
And being led to these relics.
Good boy.
Naturally, along the way, you'll have to fight off
ancient treasure. Nice, nice.
Take a look at the gameplay to see it all go down.
Look at that, how big that harpy is. That's crazy. That thing is giant. I hope they release the update today. Like, what are we doing? I hope that they tell us, like, you know, you can update your game right after the show, or it's updating right now.
Looks like Frankie is on the scent of something.
Wait, what the hell just happened? Why did he hold him down?
Looks like Frankie is on the scent of something.
What the hell was that? I have to look at that a little closer later.
I'll hold the enemy in place.
They look like gore harpies a little bit, but different. So I guess I was right when I squinted and I thought I saw something that was like a mile away. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the interview. It should be on in 23 minutes, so 10:30 my time. I just noticed all these clips, so I thought we could start a little early. Okay, so there's this... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it is. So wait, let's back up. Guess that is right. So if you look in the bottom right, you got your 4 skills, and then it looks like you got your combo skill. So you just hold down these 2 buttons. Why are they numbered though? Can you only use them a couple of times? I want the DLC now also. My life is going to be ruined whenever this DLC comes out though, so. What do you guys think about that? Pressing L1 or shoulder button and then having to press the 2 buttons like X and square to get your 5th skill, and then circle and triangle to get 6th skill. I don't know how I feel about that. It seems kind of problematic. I did not think that that would be that way. Hopefully they give you a way to like rebind your keys or whatever.
Look at the size of them. Mind the talents. They can knock you off your feet with a single swipe.
Yeah, it seems weird, doesn't it? Apparently the wind has an effect on you in the game too. Like the wind can literally push you, and you can get things, you can get perks or whatever that allow you to jump further if the wind is pushing you. So the wind pushing you is literally a thing again. So I wonder if they had all of the actors come back and re-record more lines. It's like a lot.
Best give the beast a wide berth.
Sounds like a lot of work, man. So is the wind, it looked like the wind was like, there was like an updraft kind of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, I was, you know, I played Crimson Desert like for over 100 hours, and then I uninstalled it because I was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I enjoyed playing the game, but every time I went on YouTube, it was just like, you know, such is tradition, you know, go here to get the best this, go here to get the best that. And it's like, I started watching some of that stuff, and then I was like, it kind of ruined the game for me a little bit. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to take a break. And then I uninstalled it, but I need to reinstall it.
You'll want to hold the high ground when fighting on an incline. That's how our boat using it against us.
What is it doing now? Has no feeling. Be on your guard.
Mind the ice spikes. They can come down at any moment. Stay right there.
Enjoyed Crimson Desert for a while, but it just lacks everything I love about Dragon's Dogma. You know, people kept saying Crimson Desert is what Dragon's Dogma 2 should have been.
Too soon unleash its breath. Keep your distance.
I don't know about that. I feel like Crimson Desert is like its own thing. It's just its own thing. It's borrowing a lot from other games, but it's one of those games where you look at it and it's got everything, you know, that you love about video games, but it's like, it's never, you know, you never think that it's going to go well, and it went okay, and, you know, good for them. Dang, I thought Crimson had way more to offer, but to each his own. I will say the pawn system was... Yeah, I'm curious to see about the whiteouts. I'm starting to think that there's something causing the whiteouts, you know? Like a monster or whatever. And whenever you kill it or whatever, you stop the blizzard in that area or whatever, something like that. I really liked Crimson Desert. I think I just need to... I think I just need to wait. Well, I obviously I have waited, and it's been updated like crazy, so I'm gonna need to go back and play it, but... Yeah, the controls in Crimson Desert were nuts.
Like fast and sure, and our quarry shall fall.
55,000 XP. That's crazy, dude. Crazy.
As mentioned, Dark Arisen is expanding an already pretty big game, so
All
there's
right, let's
plenty
check out
more for
another
you
one.
to see when it comes out. There's new quests,
Hey,
relics,
Maddie.
and dungeons. to
And David.
unlock. Dragon's Dogma
Alrighty. I'm so happy they showed more Showa American story footage yesterday. I'm so excited for that game. I hope it's good. I really do. Okay. I was like, where are they? All right, let's watch Eric.
We actually
Paradise
played
in
Dragon's Dogma
2.6.
2 Dark Arisen, and there's a lot to talk about. If you're like us and you played the base game of Dragon's Dogma 2 when it first came out, you probably had a good time with it, but
The game
eventually
looks
ran out
really
of things
good
to do, or things just got too
visually.
easy. Well, now we have the Dark Arisen
I'm really hoping
expansion,
that-
and it seems to improve a lot of the things that made us drop off the base game after the story
Love these
was
zombies.
over.
Those are so
Thanks to
cool. Like
Capcom, both
runners.
26 and I recently got to play an hour of the
Fingers
expansion
crossed
in a demo
for
build, and a lot of what we experienced here feels
you.
like it directly
Oh,
addresses
title
some of the
update. I was like,
main
what?
issues that many people had.
I hope
The
it
combat
happens
is more
today.
challenging and we
It's
find
got to
some
happen
sick
soon,
tactical
right?
skill
They're not gonna
swaps.
wait.
There's new enemies
Surely they're
that
not
you
gonna
ride
wait
with some
until
really cool and
the
powerful
last day in
skill
August.
upgrades. And from the owl, we got to explore the new snowy region.
If I could
of
snap my
Oregon.
fingers,
We actually
Capcom
forgot
could
how
use the
fun
Black Space
Dragon's
engine
Dogma
that
2
Crimson
is to
Desert
simply
uses.
Run
Yeah.
around, explore, find new things,
You
and
know,
fight new enemies.
I
Let's go through what we played, all of the new stuff that we
I
found,
was
including
so
a bunch of the new skill
amazed
upgrades, and
by,
we're pretty excited to jump back
you
in
know,
after playing.
Capcom's
Now, the
enthusiasm
majority of our hour
and what they were
hands-on
making
time
with the
was spent
RE engine.
fully
I really
exploring
missed the
Oregon on
MT
PlayStation
framework, to be
5.
honest with
This
you.
is, of
Like,
course, the new snowy region added in with
whatever,
Dark
it is what it
Arisen.
is.
As you can
But
see from the map here, it's
there's a lot of
area
MT
completely
framework
separate
games that
from
I
the
just
base
love, like
game,
Dead
and
Rising
it's
and stuff
fairly
like that.
sizable
But
given the more vertical layout that this region
here, let's
has.
look at this map.
Separate from
I
the
was
base
curious to
game,
see. I think in the bottom right here. I think in the bottom right here, maybe that's. I think that is northwest Burnworth or Vermont or whatever. But maybe it's not. Because you can see the snow. It's really dark, but you can see like the snowy area up here. Oh wait, that might be Checkpoint Rest Town right there. The very bottom of the screen. So all of this area here is going to be Oregon, it looks like.
separate from the base game, and it's fairly
Really
sizable
cool.
given the more vertical layout that this region has. Overall, it was fun to run around, fight the enemies inside, hunt down and look for secrets, and rather than just rushing through to the end of
It
the
looks
demo,
very
I wanted
open
to
though,
see
you
how the
know,
game
like it
itself
doesn't
has
look.
changed and grab as many spoils to appraise as possible to test that new gear system and show off some of the skills to you guys. Alongside that, we got access to several special encounters, including the new Fallen Dragon boss.
We get a cool
This was a
skill
pretty
on weapons that I
unique
can
fight, or I
deal
should say
sleep, burn,
retreat,
freeze,
as
or
at the end
silence
it clearly
when
leads
you
into
deal
the next
physical
section of
attack.
the expansion story, which is where the demo cut off. Instead
Really?
of attacking its heart though, like you usually would, instead there's a giant void where it used to be. So this time you're going to be breaking off different parts of its body, and you know we love part
This is a
breaks in our games.
juicy,
We managed to break
juicy
things like
dragon
its
here.
arms and its neck, and it even changed some of its attacks. When we broke both of its arms, it then started to stand more upright and spam more of its blue flames at us, which actually made the fight a bit harder. We also got a few minutes to
I gotta
fight
keep an
against
eye
the
on the
new
time so I
frozen
don't miss
drake boss,
the.
but this time on
I
the
love this
Nintendo
set. The
Switch
set looks
2
really good.
demo
It looks like
in
what the
handheld
priest
mode.
guy was wearing in
Here there were
the
some more of the
video where
advanced
we were
all-round
analyzing the
skills
armor. It
unlocked,
is.
and it was a blast. Now,
It
both
is.
Huracan
So it looks
and
like maybe we can
Arclight were
get the
actually
bandits
there to
armor.
office too, so we ended up passing the Switch around as we all fought the Drake, and eventually I managed to
We
finish
did it.
off with
Capcom
the warrior,
listened to us.
so
We
I
did
can
it,
proudly
guys.
say
I'm
I
just
beat
kidding.
the Ice Drake. But to be honest, it was
Capcom's not
exploring the
listening to me.
northern region and consistently finding and appraising spoils that got us most excited.
Capcom's
As you
probably like,
explore across
will this guy
region,
shut up?
enemies will have an icon above their head
Oh yeah, that's the
that
eye
seems to
thing I was
show that
talking
they
about.
can
So
drop spoils.
I'm obviously I'm not listening to everything that they've said because I'm way too excited, but apparently there's a skill or something. One of you guys may already know, probably, but yeah, it's called Chaotic Strike. There's also a skill that adds blight to your attack. Cool.
These
And
come in different
apparently the
types and levels,
clothing
and the higher level
does
ones generally come from tougher
keep you
enemies. We
warm
don't
because
immediately know what you're getting in
the
them.
whiteouts
Instead,
or
we
the
take you
blizzards
back to your
will
camp area and talk to
it
this
will
person
sap
who can
your
appraise
stamina
them in
over
exchange
time.
for
So
rare
you
crystals, revealing
got
the
like
actual
loss
items
less on your
inside.
stamina now
Some of
because
them
of
are
the
more
winter.
specific, like the ancient Aegis that gave you a shield, while others, like the long
It's an
weaponry
indicator
spoil,
that they
can
drop
give you
relics.
either a great sword, an arch staff, or a duo spear. So there's a decent amount of RNG involved, especially because you're not just chasing the actual.
So that looks like, yeah, that looks like a new shield. Guys, give me a second. I think my dog's trapped himself in the other room here. Let me help him real quick. Sorry. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Enduring defense halves the stamina used for blocking.
Item that you want, but also the stats and special.
So, oh, okay. So it's got the skill slots, got different number of slots for. This one's got 2. This one's got 4. Got 3.
Skills on them. This is where we started to
Hope
get
it's a little bit
addicted to it, though. All of the gear was
more open.
significantly
DD2 is a
stronger
lot
than
of roads
everything we already
between
have,
mountains
and
and
on top of
canyons.
that, it adds on special
Yeah, that's kind of
perks
what
or
my
skills
big
that
criticism
are
was,
even enhanced versions of your vocation
about
skills.
DD2 was like,
One of the first ones we saw was
I think
here with
maybe
Mystic
the first
Stab.
Dragon's Dogma
This
base
increased the number
game
of blades
was
that were
probably a
still
little bit
generated and then shot at enemies,
too
so we really
open.
had to appraise as much as possible.
I think it was
to see what
almost
other
perfect,
skills we could look forward to.
but
After clearing
the
a group of
layout
enemies,
here
we
looks
normally
really good.
have a pile of these
I'm
ready to
feeling
appraise,
I'm
which
feeling
made
good
a
about it.
really satisfying
Taco
loop
Bell
of
dog
finding
had a
things,
Taco Bell
heading
blowout.
back and
They actually
appraising,
did earlier.
giving
I
us
had
a
to
little
clean
bit
it
of
up.
that feeling of Diablo, where you're constantly
I think they're
hoping
mad at
that
me
next
for
drop is going to be perfect to slot in your build. Interestingly, there was also supply spoils that you could appraise
Not
that
getting
would
them
give
more
you
Taco Bell.
consumables, including tomes and even
I think the
things like
DLC
rings.
is
This
different
one actually
layers,
lets you
open world, and
survive
then the
death
Evil
once,
Fortress.
so you can get some different
So we
stuff
got.
from this.
I haven't seen any evidence of it. I don't know if they're. I think they're just in Oregon for the game demos that we're seeing.
It said it lets you jump further with the wind behind you.
But I think
So,
you're right.
of
I think
course,
that there's going to
immediately
be
tried
there
that
is
when
going to
jumping off a big rock.
be this
But
open
apparently there just
area,
wasn't enough wind because I didn't know
but
any difference
there's going to
in
be
jump height or
castles
speed or
and
distance.
dungeons, and
So
then
maybe
you'll
all
be
of the
going
perks
in
aren't that
underground
exciting,
too.
but
So
these special skills that give upgrades to
at
your
first I was kind of
vocation
like,
skills are
I'm not
definitely the
sure.
main reason everyone will want to
This
farm these,
this
because
area
those
didn't
upgrades
look
are
as big on the
actually
map as I
a
thought it
massive
would. That
bonus.
kind of was my
One of our
first thought.
favorites early on
But
was
then
the
I
Thief,
was
or the
thinking, okay,
Encounter
well,
Barrage upgrade, which
there's going to be the
increases number
12
of
dungeons, which is going to be back in the
explosions you
base
can get with
game
the ability,
world.
creating a huge
But then we're going to
chain
have
reaction with
castles
good
and stuff
AoE
here, and I'm sure
dynamics.
there's going to be
I tried
dungeons
spamming it
in
against
Norgan
pretty much
too, right, or
everything, and it
whatever.
generally
So
worked. I would say though, this is because many of the new upgraded skills are way stronger than pretty much
yeah,
all of the
I hope
base game
that.
abilities. It seems like the whole Norgan
I was
region
hoping
is
that
scaled around
something about the
new
moon
items
would
and
show up
skills,
in the
while your
expansion.
regular
I still
basic
am hopeful
skills
that that
did
will.
almost nothing to these enemies. On top of that, we also saw Dash and Detonate, an enhanced version of Draw and Quarter that.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Advanced form of drawn quarter detonates an explosive while withdrawing, launching the user at a.
Adds an explosion as you withdraw. We also saw one for the fighter, the Cloudfall Strike, that looks pretty cool, and we also found Grand Halidom that can completely cure most stages.
Advanced form of High Halidom that cures ally from frostbite, caught fire, sleep, unconscious, blighted, drenched, tarred, torch, icebound, silence, petrification, and mind control. Wow. It's so nice to have grand skills back. It seems like it's been 87 years since Dragon's Dogma 2 came out. I'm not gonna lie.
Effects from your allies, and one that's probably best for any sorcerers out there was Grand Spellhold. This lets you store one of your spells without hampering your stamina regeneration or increasing its stamina cost when you release it, so I think this is going to be extremely powerful for some double cast
Top left. Oh, it's an item. Huh. Like a pawn skill or whatever they called. I forgot.
combos. But one of the most ridiculous ones that we saw was definitely Glacial Bolt for the Magic Archer, an enhanced
This is the one that
version of
shoots a
Arctic
giant
Bolt
ice boulder
that
at him.
had an amazing amount of knockback and stagger.
Shoots
When
and
you
knocks
started
them all
firing
down.
this off against larger enemies like the new Yeti boss, it would send them stumbling backwards into the wall and environment.
Big Rift
staggered
Crystal,
them
got
super
it.
easily, and it absolutely clapped
So
them with
you're-
repeated knockdowns that was just fun to do. That said, it also did pretty decent damage.
So the
compared to
more
some of our
stuff you pick
regular
up and then you
abilities,
go
and
back
it
to
reminds
appraise
us of
it,
how
you're
fun
using
Dragon's
Rift
Dogma
crystals
physics
to
can be when you're fighting
cash
these large
those
enemies
in
that
and
stumble
reveal
all over the
them,
place.
but you also
That
have a
said,
chance
though,
to
our
get some
regular
Rift crystals
abilities
back. Is that
couldn't
kind of
do too
what
much damage
we're
to this
talking
guy,
about?
So we more or less had to spam this on him to
That
take
sounds
him
pretty
down.
cool.
But one
if
skill
that's
that
the
we have
case.
to highlight as well is High Brontide. This finally makes a return.
I can't wait to
Dragon's
use High
Dogma 2 and
Brontide.
gives you
That's
a
gonna
stronger electrical whip that you can repeatedly
Great.
attack and stun enemies with from a short distance. 2-6 found out from Jono that while the damage of this isn't massive, targeting a boss's head can rack up stagger damage.
So
Almost
yeah,
like
it's
repeatedly hitting
not
a
great
monster's head
damage,
with
but
a hammer in Monster
it
Hunter.
does really
Then
good
there's
stagger build
Grand
up apparently,
Salamander.
which is
This
cool.
now is upgraded to leave a trail
We
of
kind of
fire that
theorized
erupts
that
from the
in
eye
one of the
with
videos that we did.
continuously dealing damage. And Grand Schism, a spell that explodes the ground
Level
multiple
1
times around your
needs
target.
5 to 15
So all of
RC.
those
If you
together
get
were
a
pretty cool to
300
see in
RC
action
item,
on
you
the
have
high
much to
straight
appraise.
in the Nintendo Switch 2 build.
Cool.
But going back to the PlayStation 5, we also appraised Grand Decanter, which saps enemies in an AoE while also healing the caster. So it's cool to finally see so many grand spells in the game, and they do look quite
So it
powerful.
freezes them?
But weapons can
Or it
also
like
have other
paralyzes
special
them
skills
while you
that
sap
aren't
their
tied
health?
to your active
That's
abilities,
crazy.
including Blighting
Dragon
Strike,
is called
which
a
applies blight
Fimble
buildup on enemies,
or Fimble
healing
Winter
Chaotic
Dragon.
Strike that can inflict Icebound, Fire Sleep, or
Huh.
Silence on enemies. And then there was other passives like Humanoid Counter that just straight up increases your damage against certain types of enemies. Also, the demo itself had 6 skill slots instead of just 4, and these additional skills use a combination
Oh,
of
apparently
two
this is
buttons like
Arknight's
square
footage
and
that
X
Eric's is
together
talking
instead
about.
of just one, and so having all 6
I didn't even know
available at once
Arknight
felt
existed
amazing.
until today.
Kind of felt like how the
I need a
combat was
sub
meant
to-
be all along. All of this, of course, gives you plenty of reason to explore Norgan, and one of our favorite discoveries that
Hey, look at that. Okay, so that looks, maybe that's the castle that we've been seeing. Let me back up a little bit here.
felt amazing. It kind
Me
of felt
too.
like
I
how
hope they
the
release
combat
the
was
update
meant to
today.
be all along.
I owe
All
you
of
guys
this, of course, gives you plenty of reason
okay, so there's a tower. So there were towers, not that many, but there were a couple towers in Dragon's Dogma 2.
to explore Norgan, and one of our
Oh, he's got that like pop collar.
favorite discoveries
going
that we
on.
found while running through the zone was an entirely new Sphinx area. This was
New
complete
Sphinx
with all the
area?
familiar
I forgot about
statues
that
and
already.
columns, the 3 sealed chests and the podium to
Maybe
stand
that
on.
theory that
And
we had
though
about the
Sphinx wasn't
more
actually
Sphinx weapons
there,
and
we
stuff
couldn't
will come
activate
true.
anything to sort of summon it. We don't know exactly what's happening here. It could have just been taken
New
out from
skills
the demo,
are
but considering some of those ridiculous
XA and
capacity packs
YB
in the base game that
Xbox
were
controller,
there,
not
we're
great damage
thinking it
until you
could
have
be
the high tier
best
weapon max
related.
skills.
Also, the
By the way,
spawns that you'll appraise aren't
snowstorms you
just
can't
knocked out
fast
enemies,
travel.
They can be found in the environment in
So you
piles of
can't
items
fast
and
travel
things
in the
like that
storm,
too.
but you
One of
can
the
travel
things to
when
call
it's
out
just
for
like this,
exploration, though, is
basically.
the new whiteouts.
A little
These
bit
are
worried that the
huge
castle
blizzards that
walls we're
remove
seeing in
your
the background
mana,
everywhere are
reduce your
just like
visibility, and
Fortress
gradually drain your
in
maximum
DD1, where
stamina
it's
while you're
essentially just a
running through.
corridor for you
You
with a
can
one-story
escape the
mission.
cold by going inside caves, preparing
mean,
with warmer clothes, or by using these special warming stones to temporarily
just wanna
nullify
be-
the whiteout's effect. So there is this element of preparation when you want to properly explore these areas, and no doubt these whiteout zones have secrets.
I just
want
wanna
to
be
just like the Sphinx
pleasantly
that we found
surprised at
before.
this point. Like,
Also for exploration, there is a
usually,
new climbing hook
if this
that
was
can
like
apparently
5-10
be
years
used to
ago,
reach
I would just be
places
here
and
like,
set points,
maybe this
but
will
we
happen,
couldn't
maybe
find
that'll
anywhere
happen,
to
and then I get
actually use it.
disappointed when it doesn't
We also
happen. What
found
was that? I
something
want to read
called
that.
Norgan Ducat. Actually use it.
Climbing hook. Examine a tether post to use the climbing hook and set up a rope ladder. Sometimes even distant tether posts can be examined, enabling you to toss the climbing hook up and set up a rope ladder from afar. Yes, you can. The snowstorm also negates the mini. Okay. I might be a little too greedy for the Bitter Black Isle repeatable dungeon experience. Well, I think they're maybe trying to do a little bit of both in this case, like give you the open world, but then also give you dungeons reason to go back and explore. I think is one of my big problems with Dragon's Dogma 2, even though I'm on like New Game Plus 7 right now. I have noticed that some chests are still empty from previous playthroughs that don't get refilled. That kind of bugs me. A proper New Game Plus would be nice. Hey, Melvo, what's going on? The wolf is a companion and fights with you. Man, I'm so excited to see that. Goblin world is just a big dungeon. Oh my god, it's 10:30. Maybe I should switch over to the Capcom. Capcom Japan. Or is it on Twitch? It might be just exclusive to Twitch. I think somebody said. I'm more excited than I am prepared. I think it's on Twitch. Man, I don't. Whew. Let me give me just a second. Oh, I didn't turn my camera back on, did I?
Emerges from the gloom. A single burning eye
Did not remember my password. I just clicked on the thing. So hopefully we don't get too many ads. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I wonder what we're gonna see. Like, I'm super curious. Well, I used to stream on Twitch, starting in like 2013. And then I went until like 2012, 2013, or excuse me, 2022, 2023. And then I just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting too old. Like, you know, gotta start walking and exercising and stuff. So, I haven't logged into Twitch since like, been at least 2 or 3 years now. Hey Fairy, how you doing? Wait a minute. I think I know who you are. Are you a princess? Sorry about the mess behind me, guys. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life.
Hello everyone and welcome to our Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen Gamescom livestream. My name's Jono, I'm the Senior Community Manager at Capcom Europe, and to my left we have Patrick, who you may recognize from other Capcom streams in the past, and he will be translating.
Show me everything.
And of course, we have a very special guest. We have the director of Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, Kento Kinoshita.
こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Kinoshita-san, it's awesome to have you here at Gamescom. I hope you're having a fantastic time. How are you finding it so far?
Gamescom に来てお気持ちはいかがでしょ
Well,
うか
sure.
あ、初めてこんな大きな会場でゲームズコムに来たので非常にワクワクしてますし、カプコンブースで2 Dark Arisen 遊べるのでぜひ遊びに来てください。
This is actually my first time at Gamescom, so it's been overwhelming to see what a huge scale the event takes place at. And of course, as you know, we have Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen playable on our booth here, so anyone who's able to make
Give
it
us
here
the
to go,
demo.
please come and
We
give
want the
it a go.
demo.
Absolutely. If you're in Hall 9, you have to come over to the Capcom booth and get your hands on Dark Arisen. Now, on today's stream, we're obviously going to be chatting about Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen, but we're also going to show off some gameplay. We're going to be taking on a powerful foe from the expansion, Fimble the Ice Dragon.
Fimble.
Now, before we get into that,
Oh, the ice dragon is called Fimble?
Kinoshita-san,
It's like
could you
50
please
and
give
a
us
head.
an overview of
Hair
what
like that.
Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen is for the uninitiated?
ではダークリズンのことを知らないユーザー向けに簡単に概要を説明してもらえますか。
はい、2 Dark Arisen には3つの要素があります。忘れられた滅んだオードと忘れられた市議と追加エディットパーツ、この3つ
I'm
の
bald
要
as
素が
shit,
パ
guys.
ッケージになっている。
I'm Asmongold from the future.
There's kind of three main pillars to the expansion.
Not really.
Firstly, we've got the new two sections of content. One is the new Norgan map area, which is appearing in the Fallen Kingdom. The second is the Dungeons of Lost Rites, which are
Yes!
to the
Lost Right Dungeon!
And thirdly, we've expanded the popular character creator, so there's new edit parts.
Expanding character creator, cool.
Your Arisen and main pawn with.
That sounds very good.
また滅びのオードでは戦闘や探索でさまざまなレリックを手に入れられるシステム
I owe you guys a Dark Arisen
The main sort of feature of the new
code.
content is
So the next video I put out,
relic gameplay cycle where you'll be able to pick up all kinds of
I'll do a
relic
random
adventures and see what
pick
gear
from
you can
that,
get. So hope you look
from a
forward to
comment or
I
whatever.
very much am. And thank you for the overview. And on top of that, when creating an expansion like this, have you approached it to make it welcoming and accessible to those new
He's wearing a
players
Kraken.
to
There's a Kraken in the game.
expansion
That's
arrives,
confirmation.
as well as keeping it challenging for existing fans?
こういうコンテンツ作るときに新規
はい
ユーザーも入りやすくしつつ、
はい
既存ユーザーが歯ごたえのあるチャレンジが遊べるようにどのようにバランスを調整したりするのでしょうか。
やっぱりコアなゲームファンでいてくださる方たちには新エリアでチャレンジングな戦闘を楽しんでいただきたいですし、新しく始めてくださるユーザーさんにもアップデート
I think he's speaking
で
Japanese.
するアップデートを行っているので、その2つを並行して遊びやすくコアなチャレンジもできるというアプローチを取ってきました。
My approach has been to try and make sure that alongside introducing new meaty challenging content for existing Dogma veterans, for all our Arisen out there, that new players who are maybe thinking
content,
about
nice.
to get into Dragon's Dogma 2, for them we've been updating the main game with improved quality of life features. We've already had one update, and there's another one soon to come. So
When is it coming?
Those two different approaches. Hopefully, both kinds of players will find something for themselves in this new update.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And kind of following on from that, were there any particular focal points from
Talked about the update, but they didn't say when.
that you really wanted to build upon with Dark Arisen?
本編の方から
Ow.
拡張してダークリズンで作りたかった要素などありますでしょうか。
あ、そうですね。基本的には全く新しい体験を楽しんでいただきたいという思いはあるんですけれども、拡張要素として力を入れているのはやはり戦闘
It's funny watching two people talk and then the other guy not know what they're saying. I don't know why I'm laughing about that.
多彩な戦闘、カスタムスキル、いろんなノルガンで取れる新しいスキルも含めて、まあ多彩なスキルセットをして、
Like throwing your notepad down.
連れて戦いを楽しんでほしいというところです。
In addition to having the brand new feeling of the frozen wastelands of Norgan that are being added to the game, I wanted to build on the Dragon's Dogma.
I don't want to hear that, Fairy. I don't want to hear that shit.
As we've previously mentioned,
I want some optimism.
Bringing the number of weapon skills you can set at any given time.
If I was rich, I would be like,
and I think that's going to bring a whole new range of tactical
They-
possibilities to the.
I'll hand out a code every day until they do the update, but I'm too poor for that shit.
Or whether you want to maybe try out a new vocation. There's just going to be so many more possibilities.
I need to sell all this shit, and then I'll just buy
And
everybody.
I think it's time to
Keep
get
buying
started
copies of
because
Dragon's Dogma.
You know, Fimble's waiting for us, so let's not keep them waiting. And we are doing this live as well, so
I'm playing the game
I
right
can
now.
beat Fimble nicely.
My gameplay.
So here we go, and
Eh.
Fimble is down here as
It's the
a
3-thing
advanced
demo
weapon.
again.
If you come to Hall 9, you can play here at Gamescom.
Can we get the
as well.
demo? Can we get the
If you
Dark
remember
Arisen
me,
demo, please?
You can come and give it a go. Now, here are the vocations you can select
Ooh.
specifically for this demo.
That
Now, I'm a
fashion,
thief
baby.
main. I love my thief, but I also like casting because there's nothing like magic in Dragon's Dogma 2. So I will be playing the sorcerer for today.
Nobody's buying anything anyway right now. I bought all this shit thinking one day I could sell it, but nobody's
頑張ってください。フィンブル
nobody's
強い
buying anything.
Fimble's quite a tough enemy, so best of luck to you.
Thank you. I'll try to do you proud. And here
Cool.
we are in the Bjorken stronghold for this, and I'm joined by Ellie, who is our thief. We have May, the mage, so she'll be supporting us, and Leo, who is already looting, and he is our warrior. Now, as you can see, there is a raging blizzard here. Kinoshita-san, what impact does the blizzard have on players, and how can you kind of overcome it and get around it?
もう猛吹雪みたいな環境になってるんですけど、
はい
ユーザーの体験
I wonder if the guys will unfreeze.
そしてなんか対策とか必要でしょうか。
はい、ノルガンではこのような吹雪が舞うような寒い気象に遭うことがあります。で、
Oh, they just
プレイヤー
explode.
が
Nice.
寒いので凍えてしまう。で、動きが遅くなるというイメージでスタミナの上限が緩やかに減っていくと
Guess they
い
were
うリスクがあります。
too frozen. I'm so excited that we can high five at will now, or whenever the
Just this blizzard
game comes out.
happening
That's
right
so
now.
much fun.
It isn't just for show, like a pretty effect. You're going to notice that your character starts to move more slowly, they start to freeze up, and actually your maximum stamina will gradually start to decrease.
Oof, I'm glad I've got some protection.
もちろん対策も可能ですよ。
Of course, there are things you can do to ameliorate that.
Now, Kinoshita-san, what can you tell us about the boss we're about to fight?
これから挑む
Oh, he's got some new,
はい
少し触れてください。
はい、ノルガンを代表
like
す
a
る
new
エネミーは
Vermundian
ドラ
style
ゴンと
armor
の戦いで
the
す。
Eastern guy did.
非常に強力な魔法と気象を操る力を持っています。
This is an extremely tough dragon enemy who's kind of the face of Norgan, if you will. It's the ice dragon Thimble. It's able to use extremely powerful ice magic on you, as well as weather-based effects too.
Really cool, like the atmosphere.
Trying to get a nice start there and making the most, obviously, the new 6 weapon skill slots. And while we're here, Kinoshita-san, what's your favorite vocation?
今ジョノが使っているのは
はい
使いですけど、木下さんの好きなジョブは何でしょうか。
僕はプライベートでもよくプレイするのがファイターですね。
Fighter.
スラッシュ&ボードの攻撃、アクションが好きなのでよく選んでます。
When I play for fun, I like to have the fighter. You know, simple. is
I can
best
speak
for me.
Japanese.
For me, sword and board works perfectly, so I stick to the fighter.
And clearly,
Confirmed.
Thimble here has some very powerful attacks, but luckily I do have equipped the Magic Barrier, which is a new core skill for mages and sorcerer. How does that work exactly?
今回新しく
Yeah, it looks
追加されてい
nice.
るスキルを使っているんですけど、どういうものなのでしょうか。
あ、そうですね。マジックバリアは今回次のアップデートから入るんですけれども、レスポンスよくバリアが張れるのと、あらゆる攻撃を防ぐことができます。
So yeah, I think you were referring to the new magic barrier skill that you're going to be able to pull off. This is something that's being actually added in the next update.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really useful defensive skill that you can use to protect yourself and your party at a moment's notice from really
Cool.
powerful attacks.
Is that like the...
Pop a grand schism there. Now,
Is that new, or is that something from the original game?
Well, those in chat. I'm not going to tell you how they're improved.
That kind of like
so you have to
the
play close
Mystic Spear
attention to
Hand
see how
protection
these
bubble or
enhanced
something?
versions of the skills behave. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. That was close. That was close.
Ooh, that sounds spicy.
How would you say the fight's going so far, Kinoshita-san? Who's your gold on?
これまでの戦いを見てどうですか。どのが勝つか、フィンブルドが勝つか、どちらになりますか。
今のところフィンブルの方が有利ですね。
At the moment, my money's still on Fimble. I have to be honest.
Fair, fair. It looks like this is a silence attack coming in, so I need to get moving because I do not want to be silenced as a caster. That would not be too helpful. Oh, ouch! Oh, no, be in there its mouth.
Doing ice attacks. He's doing silence attacks.
フィンブルは炎の攻撃が有効なので、炎のスキルを使っていただきたいのと、ここはやっぱり吹雪いてる場所なので、寒さ対策をして挑んでもらえることをお勧めします。
For anyone who's going to take on this challenge at Gamescom or
Doesn't look-
when Dr. Arisen is
I guess he
ready,
looks
two
weak to
tips.
fire from what I can
One
tell.
is to try and use
Makes
your,
sense.
Fire attacks because
Hey.
Ice Dragon, those are going to be very effective against him. And secondly, as you mentioned earlier, the weather effects are really going to slow you down and debuff you. So make sure before you start this fight that you've taken care of the cold and that you've got something.
Yeah,
to
apparently
do
we've got
that'll
like
work for you.
So,
Dragon's Dogma's version of the hot drink now. Like a hot crystal or
寒
something.
さをしのぐには装備を着たり、アイテムを使ったり、キャンプでご飯を食べるなど様々な方法があります。
There's a few different ways you can deal with the extreme cold. One is through gear, another is through curative items, and the third is when you eat a meal at camp. It gives you some protection against cold for a while.
Some hot soup.
there we go. Here we go. Let's go.
That confirmation we're gonna get new
I feel like I should have gone for a
camping
grand size in there.
footage from them cooking more stuff. Wonder how much money they saved on that one.
No, move. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to cancel it. I was committed. On that note, when will players expect to encounter Fimble when they play the expansion?
実際にうちでエクスパンションを始めたときにどのぐらいの時間でこのフィンブル戦が登場するのでしょうか。
遊んでくださる遊び方にもよると思うんですけれども、
Or skill like
ストーリーの前
from
半
the
で
like
このフィンブルと戦うことができます。
Once you reach
Magnetor armor
the
prob.
Fimble, battle appears quite soon in the content, so you won't have to wait too long to take him on.
But you want to gear up to get ready
Magnetor.
for
Is
the
that the guy that we fought in
対策できるような防寒
Monster Hunter?
とかも装備しないといけないんですよね。
そうですね。ノルガンには、拠点がある小さな村のようなところがあるので、まあそこで防寒に強い装備を作ったり、レリックから入手したりと、そういう方法がいくつかあります。
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be at the settlement in Norgan first when you get there, so that'll be a
Three.
good opportunity
I was gonna
to
say
find
three,
some
but-
gear that will deal with the cold, or maybe find some relics and see if you can get some good drops from that. So you can prepare before you meet Fimble at the settlement.
This looks like a big attack. Let's see how much
I
damage
played
it does.
3U
Oh,
for a
I'm
little bit
protected by
last
the
year
mage.
on my Wii
Thank
U,
you, Mage. I appreciate you.
and
がマイクとかばってくれた。
はい
Let's
didn't go too
barrier.
bad.
バリア。
Let's go. Protect me.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Great.
That's a strong skill.
Great.
So my stamina took a big
Can we
hit,
get a
but
Monster
I took
Hunter
no
Classic
damage
collection,
because I could
please?
absorb those
Am I
blows.
crazy? I mean, is that not going to be a
Is
thing?
it the harder the blow, the more stamina it takes off you?
フィンブルの攻撃の強さによってスタミナが多く減るような感じなのでしょうか、今のマジックバリアの仕方。
マジックバリアを使ってるときは敵の攻撃をブロックしてくれる代わりにスタミナを消費するようになっています。
Yeah, so in exchange for the fact that magic barrier protects you from having your HP damaged, it does give you a stamina reduction. It's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah, yeah.
You're giving up stamina for the fact that your health is remaining intact.
あと
Very handy.
フィンブルは今ストーリーの敵として戦ってますけど、ドレイクのようにノルガンのフィールドではここ以外にも出会う敵となります。
So this is the story encounter with Fimble, the one you'll encounter near the start of your adventure in Norgan. But just like Drake's in Dragon's Dogma 2, there will be other opportunities for you to come across and fight Fimble during your adventure. So it's not just this.
So he's gonna fly away or whatever.
Oh, I've got no stamina anyway. Oh,
Damn!
I'm glad I've got heals. I was like, I need my magic barrier. But we did get the Maelstrom off, so, you know, we traded blows. I think fair's fair there. And we're going to get another Grand Salamander off. Uh-oh, cancel.
Like Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter.
I wasn't quick enough.
Yes, all of those.
体力が減ってくるとフィンブルも激しく動いたり、より強い技を使ってくるので注意が必要です。
As you've probably noticed by now, the harder you push Fimble and the more health you take off of it, it actually gets tougher and fights back harder and harder as the fight goes on. So
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it got fast-tracked a little bit, because I know,
Rather enraged by
you know, Monster Hunter Wilds has kind of had a tough time, especially in the last, well, I mean, since launch, really, I guess.
Oh, this might be a good. And you can see the missiles up there as well. Oh!
Damn!
Let's go, Grand Salamander! Go, 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 go!
I wonder if
To
the
the chest, I went for the head.
the dragon with the unicorn horn is going to be in. I think that was in Dragon's Dogma Online.
Nice work from the pawns. I appreciate that very much.
いいチームワークでしたね。
Good, good.
Oh, I didn't have
Oh.
enough to stop that one. So magic barrier is strong, but it's not like a pure
I don't
rules.
I don't think I'm going to play this game. I don't think I like what I'm seeing.
分けてはないんですね、100%。
あ、そうですね。もちろんタイミングにもよりますし、ちゃんと的確にバリアを張らないと防げないです。
Yeah, exactly. Also, it's largely a matter of timing. If you don't get the magic barrier up at the right time, you might still take a hit.
Let's see, does it protect me from status effects? No. So
Oh, you got silence.
status effects.
今のようなステータス攻撃にも無効なんですね。
そうですね。
あくまでも HP ダメージに対してのバリアだと思うんですね。
はい、そうです。
Exactly. It's a barrier against HP damage, not status effects.
I think this music is from the base game.
So you
I don't think
are
this is new music.
Don't have to.
皆
I
さん
can
の
tell.
攻撃のために今の攻撃を食らったわけです。
本当ですか？
Are you sure about that?
It's entirely planned, I assure you.
Fully intentional?
100%.
100% 意図的です。
Oh,
おお、で
I
も
did
ちょっとポーンが。
誤算でしたね。
no, Leo.
字幕も出てますけど。
He's okay.
Oh, that was a lot faster.
So
I wonder if they improved the or they sped up the revival, because that looked a lot faster than when I played yesterday.
交換を先に対策するというのはあったんですけど、他に何かアドバイスありますか？
そうですね。やっぱり炎のスキルを有効活用してほしいんですけど、もしくは、ポーンに
82,000 XP. That's
つけ
crazy.
てもらって攻撃するなども有効です。
Yeah, in addition to the cold weather effects we mentioned, you could use your fire-related skills or have your pawn enchant you with the fire effect on your existing weapons.
Oh, okay.
good for those
Makes sense.
warriors and fighters and mystic spear hands. And we're victorious here. So first of all, let's get that loot. Let's get some loot here.
Got some ancient loot here. All right, 4, and then a wintry dragon scale.
Interesting.
猛吹雪が青空に変わったんですね。
そうです。この場所で吹雪を起こしてたフィンブルを倒したから。
Oh, and then they just cut you off.
Exactly. We defeated Fimble, and suddenly that blizzard cleared the way to blue skies. So
Cleared the way. Okay, so we're
You
Kinda
know,
what I was
we kinda
thinking.
Had those stock curatives for the Gamescom demo, and obviously to my pawns, a round of applause. They were incredible there.
回復アイテムも助かったんですけど、ポーンたちのおかげなんですよね、今の戦いは。
見てましたよ。
Yeah, he saw everything. He knows it was the team effort.
It really was, and obviously we picked up some relics. So we need to get those appraised. So we're going to go over to the Norgandian settlement now.
Looks like they're more blue
And something
on
I
the
noticed
map
when I
in Oregon.
picked up
The
relics, which I'll show in a second, is they seem to have a level attached to them.
quartz crystals.
So let's have a little look at those. We'll go over here. Did I jump past them? I did. So here we got 4 relics. They're level 2 on the ancient long weaponry, level 2 on an ancient bow staff, and level 2 on an ancient helm. Kinoshita-san, what does the level mean?
まあ、異戦品を入手して早速鑑定しに来たんですけど、レベル2という表記がいくつかあったんですけど、そのレベルの意味合いとか仕様について少し教えてもらっていいでしょうか。
はい、手に入る異戦品にはレベルがあります。武器防具両方レベルがあって、最大5段階までレベルが存在します。なのでストーリーを進めてより新しい強いエネミーだったり新しいエリアに行くことでより高いレベルの異戦品を手に入れることができます。
Yeah, so when you get a relic and it's
They say the name of her.
either a weapon or armor, they all have a level on them, and there's a maximum level of 5.
Oh, she's standing up.
So the further you push into Norgun and the stronger enemies you defeat, the higher chance you have of getting a higher level drop, which then means a higher level and stronger weapon or armor.
That's cool. So the harder the challenge, the sweeter the reward.
So it does look like we are getting a lot of new variations of existing armors, which I'm fine with that. I mean, there's obviously a lot of new stuff too, but they're definitely doing upgraded versions of stuff that we've seen before.
Not only will they be higher level, but the chances of having more unique skills attached to them goes up the further you go in and the harder the enemy. So it's worth it.
The build crafting is going to be insane. Now we have our loot. We're doing this live. It's the moment of truth. What are we going to get? We're going to use some rift crystals now to open our loot. And we have
we got the bandana from the guy that we talked about, the Beastren guy.
Staff there. We have a great sword by the looks of it, and we have a arch staff as well, and we have a piece of armor. Now I'm just going to go over them again so you can have a look. You can kind of see the special skills attached to the weapon and some passives as well. Now I'm not going to be revealing those or what they are. It's up to you to have a little theorizing and think, what could this mean, like Saurian counter? And then we have obviously some skills there. So yeah, very, very interesting. Strike.
Okay, that's the what do you call it? The Sphinx looking staffs that we were talking about.
Kinoshita-san, do you have a
Mage one and the sorcerer one, it looks like.
Skill or passive on a piece of gear in Dark Arisen that you're willing to share with us, just between us?
今回の異戦品について様々なスキル今画面に出たんですけど、個人的にこの追加スキルとかこのスペシャルスキル、パッシブスキルはすごくいいなと思っているものがあれば教えてください。ここだけの話で大丈夫です。ネタバレにはならないです。
いや、配信で流れてるんで、ここだけは難しいんですけど、後半のユニークなアビリティはちょっと伏せておきたいんですけれども、僕はファイターがよくプレイするので、カスタムスキル EX の円月切り EX というスキルは、スピンが6回転できるので、非常にこの周囲の敵を一網打尽にできるような動きがして、フィニッシュも気持ちよくて、
That's some good fashion, man.
Something tells me that what happens in the streaming room doesn't just stay in the streaming room, and any secret side tell you will go beyond this room. But so I won't say anything about the skills you can get towards the end of the expansion. But as I said, I'm generally playing as a fighter, and I really like the upgraded spin attack because it lets me spin up to 6 times and cause a lot more damage.
6 times,
That's
wow.
one that I always find really fun to use personally. But as for the deeper level ones, you're going to have to wait and see.
Spin to win it is then. So something to look out for when you get to jump into Dark Arisen from October 9th. And with that, I think that wraps up our gameplay segment. So we're going to hop now to full camera because we have more questions for you, our amazing Arisen, in chat. So I'm going to pick this back up now.
All right, answer some questions.
So
when is the update?
Kinoshita-san, we've done some gameplay. We've answered some questions. You've given us some juicy new bits of info as well, so thank you very much for that. But what are you most excited for players to see and experience in Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen?
ゲームプレイもお見せしましたし、いろんなこと聞けたんですけど、これは一番ユーザーが体験するのを個人的に楽しみにしてますという要素は何でしょうか？
そうですね。ノルガンの体験すべて新しい体験なので楽しんでほしいんですけれども、 今回ダークアリズンという名前を付けてるので、まあそのストーリーの結末、なぜダークアリズンっていうネーミングになったのかっていう結末にも注目してほしいです。
Of course, everything about Norgan is one big feature I want people to experience. It's a brand new area, nothing like what you've seen before in Dragon's Dogma. But apart from that, as we've chosen the name Dark Arisen for the expansion, it gives you an indication if you're familiar with the past game, something about the nature of the storyline. But I'm looking forward to players getting their hands on the game and going through the story and really discovering the implications of that name to the fullest. So lots to look forward to.
This could be one of those Q&As.
Question that gives us another
How did you
question.
manage to make the best DLC
But
ever
anyway,
type
we'll leave
question?
that there. That's for you to discover. So the community response.
Do you
to
like
this
the color of my
information,
hair?
The ability to change the appearance of your gear will be unlocked via a quest chain in Dark Arisen, or as you might know, for any Monster Hunter fans in the chat, like layered armor for Dragon's Dogma. That's been received incredibly well. So thank you everyone for your feedback on that. But I hear you can also unlock a wolf companion in Norgan.
最近ユーザーが聞いている嬉しい情報としては、装備の見た目だけ変えるシステムが告知されたんですごく喜んでいるんですけど、他に
Be funny if
コンパニオンみたいな要素がある
he asked him
という噂なんで
something.
すけど、
はい
一体どういうことなの
He
で
was like,
そこの画面にも映って
"You
る
can?
んですけれども
I didn't know that."
ノルガンの集落には狼がいて、お肉を与えることで遺産品を探しに行ってくれます。まあ連れ出すことができます。
I don't know if we can see the gameplay screen on the stream right now, but in the settlement in Norgan, you'll find a wolf. If
Yeah.
you make
Should we switch back to the gameplay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can see him in the corner of the screen.
Please.
So if you make friends with the wolf by feeding it some meat, it will actually go out into the wilds and you can follow it and discover.
That's it? That's all you have to do?
So it's a very useful companion.
Wow.
あと撫でれますよ。
Oh, you can pet the wolf.
There you go. You can
Pet it.
the wolf. That
Pet
is
it, you
incredible.
coward.
Thank you for the extra confirmation there. That is a nice surprise. And just a couple more questions. We've been speaking a lot, obviously, about Dark Arisen today. So a lot of our viewers will be wondering, when can I access the DLC? When can I play this content? So could you let our viewers know when they'll be able to access both the Lost Regions as well as the Forsaken Domain of Norgan when Dark Arisen launches?
本編の進行につれていつ頃からロストライツの方とノルガンの方に挑むことができるんでしょうか。
はい、本編のストーリ
I
ー
don't
の
know.
すごく序盤から
When would you like
アクセ
to?
スすることができます。ベルンワース城の夜の酒場のベルントというキャラクターと会話することでアクセス可能です。
It's pretty early on, actually. As long as you get through the opening sections of Dragon's Dogma 2 and get to Vernworth, and then you visit the
Oh,
inn
okay.
at nighttime and talk to Brant, everyone's favorite NPC, then
I'm the
they'll
a-hole.
give you the
Got
codes
it.
to give you access to the content. So you don't have to wait too long if you're starting the game afresh. And if you're already through the game, it'll be pretty much there waiting for you.
Oh, fantastic. So win-win whether you're going in with a fresh Arisen or, once again, if
I
you're
thought he was
going
asking about like a
straight through
release
the game,
date for
you
the
can start
game.
back there. You've not missed like a checkpoint as such and gone past it.
Great.
Wonderful. And with that, we are in the closing parts of our stream.
Boo.
San, is there anything else you want to share today or say to our audience?
今日は一旦最後になるんですけど、
はい
ユーザーの皆さんに伝えたいメッセージなどあればどうぞお願いします。
はい、ユーザーの皆さんがこれで終わるなよドラゴンズドグマ、待ってるぞ信じてるぞカプコンっていう応援をいただいてこの DLC を作ることができたので本当に皆さんのおかげです。感謝しています。ありがとうございます。
Firstly, I'm really grateful to the passionate fan base because it was you guys constantly banging on about wanting to have more Dragon's Dogma 2 that really pushed the motivation of the team to create additional content. So we've kept you waiting, but not too much longer to wait now. And thank you for your patience.
と繰り返しになるんですけれども、カプコンブースで To Dark Arisen 遊べるのでぜひ遊びに来てください。
And just to remind everyone, if you're coming to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, you can play this quest and 2 others right here on our booth. So please come along if you can and give it a try.
Exactly. We are here in Hall 9. You can't miss us. There's a giant glowing Capcom logo. So do come by. And I'll probably be here as well. So come say hi and play some Dark Arisen. And with that, that wraps up today's Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen stream. Of course, Patrick, thank you so much for your lovely localization. Really
More.
appreciate it. And of course, to our very special guest, director of Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen. You know that already, though. Kento Kinoshita, thank you so much for coming by and sharing more information with us. And for those, obviously, we've seen all the questions and the excitement for the title update in chat. Thank you. Honestly, your passion is amazing for all of us. that is coming soon. We know soon is a vague date, but it's coming soon. We've not forgotten about it. Don't you worry. And we can't wait for you to get your hands on it as well. And of course, Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen is coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch 2 on October 9th. So please look forward to it. And if you've liked what you've seen today, drop in a pre-order. You also get some sick Norgan gear that you can make use of the new layered armor system as well when the expansion comes out.
And if you pre-order and haven't started the main game, you can start it right away.
Exactly. There is an edition where you will get the base game and then that you can get expansion ready. And there's going to be this tile update soon.
Disappointing interview and especially Q&A, but at least there's more footage to look over. True. That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
For tuning in. Alas, the wind is pushing us. So we need a ferry stone away, but thank you all so much for tuning in. I've been Jono, he's been Patrick, and this has been Director Kento Kinoshita. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Well, crap. Okay. Well, if that's over with, let's take a look back at the surely that'll be uploaded to YouTube at some point, right? I mean, it's gotta be soon, right?
Actually use it. And we also found something called Norgan Ducats, which we kept finding throughout the region.
Yeah, what do you guys think the Norgan Ducats are gonna be? Is that gonna be like the new secret token for the some other stuff that we unlock? It seems like that's probably what that might be.
But we didn't find the purpose of them in our short demo time. Now, of course, one of the original problems with Dragon's Dogma 2 as a base game was that once you became powerful, the combat just wasn't difficult anymore and everything got one-shot and was just too easy. Dark Arisen isn't necessarily making enemies more aggressive or mixing things up too much in that regard, instead everything is just way tankier. This makes exploring a lot more dangerous as all of your base skills hit for pretty much peanut damage, and you really have to focus and take out enemies one at a time, even the more basic ones. This is because all of your regular abilities
is it
are
ice?
really weak compared
Ice
to the
Saurian.
enhanced ones once you started appraising some spoils. They gave you a massive jump in power. The Yeti was newly enhanced ones once you started appraising some spoils. They gave you a massive jump in power. The Yeti was a great example of this. It took a
Hold on, I gotta see that Ice Saurian.
just wasn't difficult anymore and everything got one shot and was just too easy. Dark Arisen isn't necessarily making enemies more aggressive or mixing things up too much in that regard, instead everything is just way tankier. This makes exploring a lot more dangerous as all of your base skills hit pretty much peanut damage, and you really have to focus and take out enemies one at a time, even the more basic.
Like a giant, oh, it's like the rock version, except it's snow, I guess. I mean, we knew they were going to reuse a lot of assets. You know what I was wondering? I was wondering if any of these assets were lifted from the Iceborne expansion from Monster Hunter World. I was thinking about. Will the direwolf take the place of one of the pawns? I don't know. That's a good question. Really not, right? I mean, I wouldn't be. Honestly, I wonder, can we take the wolf back with us to Vermin? Saul and all that. That could be. So, I guess I'm trying to think, like, is the wolf... I mean, is the wolf essentially just playing the role of a pawn that already knows where the treasure is? You know what I mean? Like, where your pawn's like, in another world, I learned of a treasure chest in the area, master. You know, and you're like, all right, take me to the fucking treasure chest. Questions. Not gonna lie, I'm just happy we got stuff coming out. A few months ago, the community was cupping hard. Man, I mean, there's so much coping that happened in this community. I think it was like unreal how much coping there was, and there was no reason. We didn't have really any reason. I gave up the day before they announced the thing on the Switch 2 or whatever. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I was just like, why is Nintendo the one that's showing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, did Nintendo give them some money to do this?
This is because all of your regular abilities felt really weak compared to the newly enhanced ones. Once you started appraising some spoils, they gave you a massive jump in power. The Yeti was a great example of this.
So remember, when times get tough, just give up, and then the next day everything will work out.
It took a decent amount of punishment from all of our skills, but once we started spamming that new glacial bolt, we managed to take.
I wouldn't be mad if it did, but I'm thinking it's going to be to follow Crimson Desert's pet system. Could be. It could be.
Meanwhile, 2-6 did watch Arknight destroy some of the enemies using the warrior with its spin to win attack, so some of those vocations are clearly going to be very powerful with the right skill upgrades. An hour obviously isn't enough time to properly judge the difficulty overall.
It is not. Hour is never enough.
Better rolls on those new gear pieces, things will
like when you wash your car. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. It rains the next day.
With an already leveled character. Performance was also another nice surprise. We spent most of our hour on the PlayStation 5 and it felt smooth throughout. There wasn't any obvious frame drops or problems while exploring or fighting, but
when the weather starts to cool down and you say you're going to mow your lawn tomorrow and it gets hot again. Wait, no, that's not the same thing.
The version though did feel pretty smooth for a handheld. It felt like a consistent 30 frames per second without really many drops at all. But
he blew his head off.
So also time will tell.
Crazy.
Now there's still plenty of things we didn't get to experience in this.
So I don't understand what the significance is of the blue thing. Like, is that just bubbling or whatever, or is there is something changing? Because I think this is the first phase of the fight, but I don't know.
The ability to tame a dog as a companion by completing a quest near the.
Oh, he regrows his head. Shit, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously that's what happens, but
overall, we have both come away
crazy.
Excited to play more. We had forgotten just.
Can you sit down in a chair? That's what I want to know. Asking the tough questions. That's what I'm here for.
And getting distracted by things along the way. So we're definitely looking forward to jumping back into.
He didn't do any kind of damage.
Especially to see what more cool skills and new skills.
Oh, she's wearing the thing that the guy was wearing. The cult leader guy. I think that's the same thing. It looks very similar. It might not be the exact same thing.
We can find on those gear pieces. But do tell us down below, what do you think of all of this? Are you excited to jump?
I don't know about the double button thing. That seems crazy.
More on Dragon's Dogma 2 Dark Arisen and more on your favorite games coming very, very soon. Here at Arisen Gaming, we're two friends who love.
All right, what else we got? What else? So wait, oh, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so whenever he breathed in, that's why the air was going up. Then he did the snow breath. Cool. Neat. That's really cool. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Butch. Still haven't seen if this thing has an eyeball or not. It definitely looks a lot taller. So is that your pet? Wait, why was the hell? They're sitting there attacking the wolf. I thought they were supposed to be fighting together. That's weird. And now they're attacking the ogre, so every enemy is attacking each other now? Is that one of the gameplay changes we could see in the title update? That it's gonna happen any minute now? Any minute now. Could be happening right now. Got 5 more days. There does seem to be a nice balance of, all right. So yeah, so okay, so these are probably your traditional fairy stones in the base game, and the ones that are in Norgan have the ice color to them. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but you know, it's a nice thing, I guess. I wonder if I still have that. Clearly, I had a lot of stuff. We'll see Harpies, Saurians. A lot of people, from what I've been reading in the comments of the videos, you know, they're just like really upset about that, which I get it. I mean, but I having watched so many Capcom announcements over the last 10 plus years, I don't really. They're going to play this so close to the chest. I mean, that's just what they do. Hey, that's all good. But I'm not going to be, yeah, I mean, I think we'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm trying to see if I can get my Japanese translator to tell me what these things. Anybody can read that and tell me. Okay, so top one says the foundation of Norgan, a small settlement of Norgand. Second one says foundation of Norgan, Barg Mountain Fortress, BARG. I'm guessing the top one is probably like the main hub. Capcom isn't known for putting much out in the open, thankfully. Yeah, that's true. Wonder if you can use the same port crystals, or you have to get like different port crystals for Norgan. Probably not, right? Okay, so from what we've seen, we knew the arch thing was there, the well, the fire. I think this is the armor station over here. I thought initially that the house over here was where the lady was, but maybe we can get her name. Oh, she's right there on the right. Never mind.
こっちに来てくださいね。
Here's the guy that's been waiting by the fire for a couple of months now. One thing I wish the devs would do is offer more existing vocations for main pawns, specifically Mystic Spearhand and Magic Archer. They already got NPCs game working vocations. Yeah, that's a good point. I was playing a new save the other day on the Xbox, and I noticed, you know, more stuff like how easy it was to, because I was like level 23 or 24, and it wasn't easy, but you know, it wasn't really a pain in the ass. Some areas are, but I was just collecting Saurian tails, right? And then I kept getting the wine to mix the tail with so I could make the newt liquor for the guy, which I didn't talk about in the last video about the loot speculation. I would love to have his armor. I can't remember the warfare NPC guy's name, but I was surprised like how easy it is to just go get the warfare vocation if you just kind of basically slowly head that direction. You can unlock all the vocations pretty quickly. So if we're being generous, they said we would get over 150 new, you know, armor and weapons and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna throw it out there that maybe like 50% of those are gonna be new. 50% of that is gonna be like retools or retextures or reorganized stuff, because we've already seen the bandits wear armor variations that we don't have access to, right? So, you know, the modelers and texture people can just go in and animators can just go in and like delete this piece or add this piece or whatever, right? So, no, it's not that simple, but some new pawn vocations would be nice. Lamond. Alright, so we're seeing some different.
不要な所持品が増えすぎていませんか？私何か相談があればいつでもどうぞ。
What is that? It's like a. Oh wait, I got it right there. This looks like a lighter version of what we saw earlier, but I could be. I think that I want to say like that bluish turquoise skin hide or whatever. I don't remember it, but it reminds you of something from the original Dark Arisen. Look at that staff. That staff is awesome. Look at this circlet. That is beautiful. Good God. Here we go again with the eyeballs and the chopped off heads. Eyes all over the shoulders. Those armors. Yeah. The fit is ridiculous. Not a thing. I want to see. I want to see what. Say your name. Say my name. Say. Greetings. Long press to start a conversation. I don't think that's her name. Can I turn off? Jaira. Jaira. One of them says Jera, and then at the bottom it says Jiera. Apparently her name is Jaira. We're doing investigative work here. We're very thorough. We already saw this, but praise, convert war relics into rims, talk, and stop. Now that's just the translation that the thing said, so that could be changed in the English version. Something that I wanted to bring up that I and we already talked about those boots, that they were like a combination of the two basic fighter boots that you can buy when you get to Vernworth. I can't remember what. I do like the shoulder pad though. I mean, it is a little big, but yeah. I don't know. Cool. Okay, so that's fighter, thief, warrior, and mystic spirit. So are they opening up more? They're opening up more armors to more vocations. I can't believe that we didn't see the layered armor stuff that they keep talking about. God, that is crazy. Look, what the hell is that? Why are you cursing me? Stop it. No, go away. Take a look. Take a look. It's in a book. Damn you. Whatever. I'll look at it later. So it's a skeleton wearing like it's a corpse that's had its heart removed. And then there's a head above that being held by something. Got like this halo, tiara, whatever. That's crazy. There's some weird shit going on. Love those. I love that tiara or whatever. That thing is really cool. Very cool. So I'm assuming like one part of the demo you can just like wander around a little bit, maybe. Yeah. Necro vibes. This is what I like. I just like it when people are walking around. Oh, here's the zombie vampires. They just came up out of the ground. Bruh. Oh, damn. Holy shit. Bats. This still seems like so surreal to be watching all this stuff happen. You know what? I want to know what that means. Could mean everything, and it could mean nothing. Wriggling fragments of remnants. It's like moving organs or something. Aggro increased. Undead remnants. It seems like there's a lot of loot around the world. I really hope that they do something with the old man in the boat at the end. This looks like the dragon fight again. It's weird that this seems to be more like real in-game dragon fight than the one in the base. I can't believe they only played one section of the demo on the live stream. That's crazy. You'd think that they would play at least two, right? That's a lot of health. That's definitely some Dragon type health right there. Although they are doing damage pretty well. I think I remember the first time I fought the Dragon, like I wasn't doing any damage to it, and then I was just like, maybe I should come back later, and I think I just died. But that was like that was like a long time ago. That would be cool, albeit messed up, if we discover that the old man has fallen in battle in one of the in the dungeons. I just want to know. To me, he's the most interesting character in the game, and this whole notion of the brine being gone and the Pathfinder being gone, I feel like is interesting because it really opens up the future of, you know, of what's possible in Dragon's Dogma. You know, like, are we gonna get on a boat? Are we gonna fight sea monsters? And, you know, if they ever do make Dragon's Dogma 3, hopefully we don't have to wait 13 years, or well, not 13 years. Was it 11 years we had to wait? What vocation will your Arisen and main pawns roll with October 9th? It's really difficult for me to get away from the warfare because I feel like it's like Le Mans. It's literally spoiled me rotten. And I appreciate that I'm going to be able to create a new save, you know, and make a new character. I'm hoping that we can rent our pawns from our other characters, you know what I mean? But it's really difficult for me to get away from the warfare because I usually would play like an assassin or, you know, a strider or something like that in the first Dragon's Dogma. And so I'm just too used to having multiple weapons. Like I need that in my life. But I'm usually warfare and my pawn is a mage. But I don't know. I might have to make my pawn a sorcerer in Dark Arisen 2. My main pawn is always swinging back from thief and fighter. Yeah. That's another thing I wanted to ask you guys this. If you're playing as a warfare, right, you're dedicating one of your 6 skills to rearmament. Would it be better to have 6 skills for a warfare that could be any vocations, and then if you want to switch to that weapon, you would just press the button to use the skill from that weapon, and that would switch the weapon? You know what I'm saying? Would it be better that way, or is it or is rearmament too useful? Woe is beyond any of you. Run! Maybe air took the dragon's heart instead of the dragon taking her heart. It just seems weird, right? Like know how to explain it. Like, it seems like it would be better to have like a radial wheel, right? Instead of sitting here and like switch. Okay, that's the one I want. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button, or I pressed it too many times. Now I gotta go back and switch. You know what I mean? Like, it gets weird after a while. We already watched that one, didn't we? Already we did. Did we? Is there a mod that, this might be too much to ask, but is there a mod that does that, where you just, it opens the skill and then you switch to that skill? I'm not a radial wheel person. I don't know what the answer is other than you have the skill, use the, or maybe if you have 6 skills, right? And let's say there's 6 different vocations. Maybe instead of, you know, selecting the skill that you want to use, and then it automatically switches to, you know, immediately going into the skill and using the skill. Like, so you press it and then like you fly off and do Dragon's Foin or whatever the Mystic Spearhand thing is called, or I can't remember any of the fighter runs toward and, you know, points his sword at the enemy or whatever. Maybe like you hold L1 and then you press the skill associated with the weapon in the vocation, then it just switches to that weapon. And then if you want to use that weapon skill that's on that vocation, then you would just press the button again. Would that be a better way to do it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you would have to press it twice, but it would switch first, so it wouldn't like automatically do it. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but that sounds like a good start, I feel like. First strike, yeah. I mean, we're not seeing any crazy new stuff yet. It's very tailored, and this is an older build, I'm sure. But performance-wise, it looks really good because they're playing on PlayStation 5 Pro, from what I understand. I think if it's Switch 2 footage, it's been footage that was provided by Capcom. But if you're seeing somebody playing it handheld, then they're actually doing. I don't know why. I always have more fun watching the Japanese gameplay videos than the. So he just switched from. Is this guy a Warfare? Because he just switched from Mystic Spearhand to Thief. Unless this is like different footage. No, he's a mage. I totally missed it. I keep looking away when he switches. Yeah, it cuts. Okay. That's such like a BB gun attack. Okay, he is a roll. Okay, he's a Warfare. Okay. Yeah, the skill would auto switch to the corresponding vocation weapon without switching to with rearmament. Button UI shows the skill name controller trigger can flip between the 5th and 6th skill. I'm very curious to see how that works out. I hope that we can. It would be nice if we could map our controls and we wanted to do like the classic. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm sitting here theorizing in my head more than I'm watching what's going on in this video. It does seem like there's a lot of ruins. I am curious as to why Because we do see some characters have this you know, this icon over their head, which indicates that they have rare loot drops or whatever, from what I understood of earlier. But I don't know. I don't understand. Surely it's tied to like a skill, like the, what is it, like the trickster can have. Maybe it's a passive skill. So the trickster has the thing where when you're looking for the secret token, it's like ding, ding, and then it like flashes or whatever. So maybe it's something like that. I still haven't found all the secret tokens on my main character on PlayStation. Man, I'm so glad I bought my consoles whenever they were cheaper. I knew that was a smart idea. Bruh. Look at that. Wearing like a ready for date night with that outfit. I mean, I guess on some level I would care if they would have rare loot or not, but I mean, eventually I would probably just turn it off. I find the more that I play Dragon's Dogma 2, I'm just like turning off more stuff just because I want to clean up the UI, you know, keep it more green clear. I would love to be able to play on PC. I own it on PC, but my computer is like, my CPU is like maybe from 2014, maybe. And I was thinking about trying to play it on PC because it's, the performance for me is really bad, and I was making mods for Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, but I was thinking about trying to play Dragon's Dogma 2 on PC, but modding it to where like the graphics are like really bad, you know what I mean? Like really low, like lower than they should be, just to see if I could do that, just to see what it would look like. Like make it look like a PS2 game or something, you know what I mean? That's probably the only way that I could play it. I mean, it runs, but it runs like ass on my computer.
ここからいいものが取れそうですよ。
Yeah, I think we did see some. So we got Vernworth, which is like your forest. We got Backbatal, which is like your desert. We got the Volcanic Isles, which is not that big. So we're getting Norgan, which is like the ice in the mountains or whatever. So Dragon's Dogma 3 is going to be a tropical island, right? That's what that means, right? we open up Dragon's Dogma 3. We're sailing on our fishing boat, very much akin to the original Dragon's Dogma. An old man is ferrying us to an island, tropical island. I enjoy more without enemies and on life. Yeah, me too. I mean, I guess I would be nice because I don't think we can keep the boss enemy health bars. That's cool. I don't think we can keep. I think we have to have all of it or nothing with the enemy health bars, if I'm not mistaken. Like your comment about buying your console. I'm so glad I got 32 gigabytes of DDR5 back when it was only $200. I solely play on PC ever since modding Skyrim back in the day. So, long story short, the reason I built a new PC was mostly for playing games on PC. Because I used to make mods for Skyrim. I didn't make that many, but that led me into getting into the Dead Rising community, about the modding community, about like 2012, 2011, 2012, 2013, something like that. And then we started reverse engineering Dead Rising 2, because we couldn't mod Dead Rising because it wasn't on PC yet. I don't think it came out on PC until 2016. So basically we were like, what we figured out was you could take the files of like the outfits and the costumes and stuff like that, and you could rename those files, and basically you could do like a sort of like a transmog type of modding system where you could put somebody else's outfit on somebody else, or like one outfit on top on something else or whatever. Like you could kind of layer by renaming the chest piece to this chest piece, or the leg piece to this leg, or whatever, you know what I mean? So it was really weird, but it was very funny, like, that you could do that. And we did that for a while, and then eventually, like, they kind of broke open the game years later and created modding tools and stuff. It was a very interesting time. In space. That one, I feel like a lot of these are the same. Well, I think I'm going to take a break, guys, and I'm going to comb through some of this footage and download some stuff, put together a nice juicy video, and then on that video I will put, that'll be the video where whoever comments on it, I'll put them in a drawing for the Dark Arisen expansion code that I'll give away, and then we'll do it that way, I guess. I've never really done that before, but hey, we'll figure it out. So, and then I'll let you guys, whoever wins, I'll let them pick, you know, whether they want it on PC or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. So thanks everybody for watching, hanging out. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Hopefully we get that update any day now. So I'll definitely talk about that whenever that happens. Peace. Take care, guys.